Well, this morning I found myself in a bit of a dilemma. I had three options. I could go to the woodland, where it was going to be around about -5 degrees, bright blue sky and sunshine. Or I could come to the coast, on the east coast, for a change, the correct side of the country for where the sun rises. Or C, I could stay in bed. Because trust me, when my alarm went off at 4:30 and I peeked out the window to see, I don't know, about 2 inches of frost on the conservatory roof, I thought, I think I want to stay in bed. But I gave myself a bit of a talking to, and that's better. I've headed out to the east coast. The sun is arising, although you can't see it for the fog. There's a band of fog all the way down the east coast as far as I can see. And I thought, the beauty of fog is it removes the need for so much post-processing when you're trying to lose the horizon. There's a beautiful bank of fog out there. It's brighter on top. I'll show you just a sec. There you go, you can see we've got a lovely bright blue band coming up, and then we've got the bank of fog here. And a marker pole. Gotta have a marker pole. And that's making it amazing for long exposure minimal photography, because I won't have to do anything in terms of removing the horizon. Now, the subjects I wanted to shoot were the little footbridges. She's most bizarre. What are you on about, stupid machine? Just a second. That's better. But the tide is an awful lot further in than I was expecting. High tide is 8:15. Sunrise is 8 o'clock, and it is about 7:20. So I'm actually stood up on the footpath, which is lethal. It's like a skating rink. And I'm shooting down at my chosen subject, which is actually working out quite nicely, because the angle of my camera means I'm losing the bright bit of sky. I've just got the marker post at the far end and the bank of cloud, and it all blends into one. I've done a couple of shots just using the camera, no filters, and they were about 15 seconds, I think, at around about F8, and then I went up to 30 seconds, moving up to about F20. And then I thought, stuff it, put the 6 stop on. I was going to put the 10 stop on, but I don't want to be studied till Christmas. I wish I could be like Izzy. You know Izzy, you've watched his channel, it's amazing. And he stands there for 4 minutes. I can't do it. So I've now got the 6 stop on, I've dropped back down to about F8, and I think we're on about a 1.5 minute exposure. And because we're on the east coast, we've got that beautiful soft water. I'm going to be a little bit limited for compositions, because apart from this, there's one other that I'm going to try just here, which is where the steps go down into the water. And then to finish, I think I'm going to wander up the back end of the beach, which I now cannot see because the fog's come in that thick, and just take a shot of the groins there. But we don't get many foggy days, I don't think. Certainly not days that I can go out because I'll either be at work or something stupid like that. So when we get a foggy day, it's like, do I go to the coast? Do I go to the woods? And I've done a lot of woodland work just recently. Tomorrow looks like we're getting fog, frost and snow. So that will probably be a woodland day. And yes, I know I'm walking around. It's about -3. My gloves are in my suitcase, which is in my loft. My house is total chaos at the moment, so I'm a little bit on the chilly side. I need to dig them out tonight. That's more like it. Really, really minimal. Yes. A couple of shorter exposures. That was 168 seconds. Slightly darker, moodier version. 114 seconds at f8. Yeah. I'm going to shut up now and move. And I've got to concentrate because it's slippery as a slippery thing here. Good morning, by the way. Good morning. I was going to go up to the stairs, but having walked up there, it is so slippy. I think I'm going to end up on my backside, and I really don't fancy that because it's a long drive home. To get what I need to be, I've got to be down on the second level, and there's been water up there because the waves are coming in quite strongly. So I'm going to leave that, but I have spotted a really minimal shot. So simple and so basic. I think I'm obsessed with it. I'm going to flick on the camera and record a bit through there. I'm going to have to take the 6-stop off though. So you should now be able to see what I'm seeing shooting through the camera. Let me just put my filter away before I drop it, or put it somewhere that it slips into the water. So I've just focused on the marker post. There is nothing else. You can see in the camera video, the sky and the water just blend beautifully together. Now it is a little bit murky over the actual marker post itself. So that's not jumping out sharp. It's sharp, but it's not jumping out and smacking you in the face. It's softer, which blends in with the rest of the image. I was shooting at around about 25 seconds, and I think it was at f8, f10, something like that. And that's just given me a beautifully minimal, stark image with the 6-stop on. Because the ambient light is lifting all the time, the 6-stop times are getting shorter. I will get to a point where I can put the 10-stop on. But yeah, I think, yeah, I'm obsessed with that image. I've got to stop taking images of that because I could stand here all day and do that. Did I mention it was big and cold? My hand's in my pocket. So yes, that's the second shot in the bag. And as you could see through the camera, I'm positioned so I've got none of the blue sky that's coming through above the fog. And it's beautifully blue up here. The moon up there is crystal clear. But down here, you can see the I want to say fank bog. Fog bank. And I need to move because I don't want that to disappear. That's exactly what I came here for. Oh, how cute is that little seal? I thought he was dead when I came down here. His eyes were closed, and there was just a twitch, and he's obviously heard me start talking. Oh, I don't want to disturb him, although I find this a very strange place. There's no sign of Mum. Perhaps he's already left Mum. He kind of doesn't look old enough. Anyway, I've wandered down onto the beach. I've come to one of these most bizarre set of steps over something, yet you can walk past it without walking over it. I still don't get it. There isn't much exciting here. I wanted to stand on the platform and shoot straight down the groins, but I'm conscious that I don't want to upset the seal. I want to phone the RSPCA. I'm sure he's okay. So I'm just going to have a play and see what I can come up with. I say I don't want to upset him or her, because he may not or she may not want to go out to sea, and they're just so cute. Right, let's try and not fall over and get set up and see what we can do. This is actually turning into quite a productive morning. I'm really conscious that I don't want to disturb the seal too much, and I'm also conscious that I don't want to get swept out to sea and my camera drowned. We should be at about high tide by now, so we shouldn't have too many issues. But as you can see, or maybe, the waves are coming in quite strongly. I'm set up, if you can hear me over the noise, shooting straight down this set of groins. I focused on the foremost one. I'm not too concerned about focus fall off. Because of the misty nature of the day, it's quite a natural fall off. I'm at f18, I'm at 20 seconds, ISO 100. I've just got the 6-stop on and I'm just letting it run, and it's delivering beautifully soft water, but you can still see a little bit of motion in it. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on Lado back there and the waves up here. Whoa! Trying not to get drowned. Yes. It's doing my OCD a little bit of no good because it is actually not straight, and I can't see a way to get it straight. The actual groin itself snakes slightly as it goes out, and if I try and tweak, I believe I've got it central. According to the compass on the back of the screen, I've got it absolutely bang central. If I move it off centre slightly, that might straighten it out a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of got a bow in it. It's really weird. The sun is desperately trying to break through up there. Very, very minimal difference. It is what it is, isn't it? Because it's natural. And I think I'm about done. Because, as I say, I'm very limited with where else I can go here now. Simply because of the way the tide is. I've got an idea for a shot down there, but I don't know what it's going to work out like. Let me get it lined up and try a practice shot, and then I'll talk you through it, if it works. Shot. I'm just trying the thing that I told you about, and you're going to be out of shot. Hold on a minute. That's better. So I'm shooting into the light, which is not like me, as you know, because we've got some beautiful light coming above what I believe they call the castle, but I'm not 100% convinced on that. All I've got is the waves coming in at the bottom. We've got the rocks. There's a drain cleaning van, which is just out of shot, thankfully. If he moves any further forward, he's going to be in my shot. And we've got that beautiful cloud. It's sort of a silhouette. The waves have started to come in a little bit too far for me. It sort of looked like the tide was receding, and then it's come up again. There's a lovely bit of light across the bank of cloud. I don't know, it might work as a mono. I think there's just enough contrast, and I'm just playing, trying to get the exposure time correct. Oh, my feet are freezing. I don't know why I didn't think it would be this cold this morning. Apart from the fact I'm stupid. I'm shooting at f13, 2.5 seconds. I have the 6-stop on a 0.6 grad and ISO 100. I've just taken my shutter delay off because my timing isn't great anyway, but that was making it even worse. And I'm just waiting for a wave to come in. What I'd like is a wave that hits bottom left corner. I think that might be a little bit too optimistic, but I'm hoping to get some dragging action as the wave recedes down the tide. As the wave recedes back into the water. That's more like it. It's not a straight line, which is fine. There's dips and curves as it's following the contours of the pebbles on the beach. And that most definitely is it, because I feel the need for some breakfast and, excuse me, a nice hot cup of tea. The beautiful, almost colour as the sun is trying to push through. I'll just turn that down to 1.5. So as I say, I'm looking at a silhouette, which is so not me. Yes. Hopefully you like the images. I've got something different here again, and you'll be pleased to know Sammy the seal saw this huge wave come in and went whoosh and swam off. So perhaps he's a local around here. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Have a great week, and I'll catch you next Sunday. Toodaloo.